Hello, agricultural biology. Today we're going to do a demonstration on exercise heart rate. You're going to be measuring three states of activity as far as your heart rate is concerned. One's at rest, the second one is going to be at exercise, and then the third one is going to have to do with your recovery rate. After you've exercised, how long does it take you to get back to your basal or your baseline heart rate? And I want you to be able to do four things. Number one is open up or start your data logger. Number two, build your own page, save your own page, and then make changes and print on that page. So those are the four things I'd like you to be able to do today. So to get started, I'm going to click Sparkvue, and for you, it's just basically when you start your data logger, it launches. And it looks something like this. You should have a heart rate listed, beats per minute, on your screen or your monitor. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go down here in the middle to the right. You're going to hit build. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I want two different displays, one with digits and one with a graph. So you're going to have to click heart rate. Click on the graph first, and there's your graph. And then you're going to click on heart rate again, and you're going to see it in digits. So that's what it's going to look like. So let's go ahead and go to the page. So we're going to press OK. When you press OK, you have the page with the graph paper, and you have the page of the beats per minute, so you're pretty well set. Now, in order to be able to save your work, you have to do the following procedure. If you take a look at the icon in the upper right hand side, it's like a triangle with dots on it, and that means networking or sharing your experiment. So we're going to click it once, and you're going to go to Save File As. Going to click it once. Let's try it again. And there it pops up. You're going to put exercise, heart rate, your name, and then P, whatever, and in this case it's going to be period 1. So you put period 1, so it's the exercise heart rate, EHR, my name Jerry, and then P1. That it just tells me what lab it is, second of all what my name is, and then what my period number is. And then I'm going to get save, and in this particular case I'm going to be saving it on the desktop, but you're saving it directly into the saved work file. So I press OK. Now it's all saved and we're ready to go. Now what you're going to be doing is you're going to be using the strap, and this strap will communicate to the amplifier box on your data logger, but you're going to use your thumbs to communicate with this strap the actual heart rate. So you're going to put your thumb right on the different texture back of this strap, and then you're going to point this part directly onto or next to the amplifier box. Now, you're going to get something that looks something like this. So I'm going to click Start at the bottom, the green arrow. I'm going to hit Start, and then I'm just going to let it go. I shouldn't be talking when I do this because it's going to increase the heart rate. And I wouldn't be too concerned when you have 200 beats per minute or 180 beats per minute. You're going to react to some of the sounds and some other things. Plus here where I'm doing a recording, I have lots of electrical pieces of equipment that are probably interfering with the pulse rate. But what's going to happen is when you go to exercise level, it's going to probably amplify it the same anyway. So you'll still get, in relationship to the beats per minute, you'll get an elevated heart rate anyway. So I think it'll be okay. It's just the numbers are going to be kind of high, not realistic, just because, in particular, for me, with all of this electrical equipment around me, that's probably going to cause a bit of a problem. So don't be too terribly concerned if you get outrageous numbers, because even on the exercise you get outrageous numbers, but it will definitely still, in relationship to it, it's still going to up the beats per minute. Anyway, that's what it's going to look like. I'm going to hit stop now. You're going to let that run for about 2 to 5 minutes, typically 5 minutes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to exercise for about 5 minutes. And then you're going to come back and you're going to run the exercise heart rate for 5 minutes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stop it for 2 minutes and then come back and then take the heart rate again. Because each time at rest, you're going to start and then stop it after 5 minutes. Then at exercise, you're going to go do exercise for about 2 to 5 minutes. And then you're going to sit down, and then we're going to record you for 5 minutes. a different run. So run 1 is going to be at rest. Run 2 is going to be at exercise. Then once you have done that 5 minutes, then you're going to start run 3, just a few seconds after that, maybe 2 minutes after that, and then hit start again for run 3 so you can compare them all. It's going to look something like this. I'm going to go ahead and open up a file, and I'm not going to save that quite yet. I'm not going to say no. And now I'm going to show you. This is the one at, you can see it at rest right here. I let it run for about 2 or 3 minutes, but that gives you an idea of what that looks like. And then I clicked on, here's my one at exercise. Now notice the elevated heart rates. I know what 140 beats per minute feels like. Some of these are at 200. Trust me, my heart would be pounding out on my chest if it was really 200 beats per minute or 160. So anyway, you can see that it's still elevated. I did a few jumping jacks, deep knee bends, some other things that elevated my heart rate in the green. So you can see that almost in every case, my heart rate is higher than it is at rest. Now, how do you know that for sure? Well, what you can do is if you just click off like the second one, which will only show me the one at rest, I can click on my graphing tool. I hit the summation tool, and I go maximum, minimum, and mean, and there it is. And what I would suggest is maybe you write down the mean. The mean is 172. Now that's a really high rate for rest. If I really had a heart rate at 172 at rest, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right this particular point. So what we're going to be doing here is what we can now do is let's turn on the at exercise, turn off the one at rest, and let's take a look at the summation of, see, minimum, maximum, mean. Remember, the other one was 172. This average is 180 beats per minute, so definitely it is higher. But what the interesting fact to me is how long did it take me to recover? So if you click both of them on again, and I'm going to click on again the graphing tools. But this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here because it looks to me, and maybe it looks to you, like right around here. Remember, right around in this area. In particular, this is at a rest, this is at exercise. Right about here is when I started to recover. So, but I want to know how many seconds is that approximately. So the way you can do that is I'm going to click this thing right here, the cursor, and now I'm going to click right here. And if we look at the coordinates, 160, that's Y, that's heart rate. My heart rate dropped to 160 at about 126 seconds into it. So approximately a little over 2 minutes took me to recover from my light exercise that I did. So that's how you set it up. And then, of course, if you want to save all that, you click on this, click Save, press OK. And then, of course, you take a snapshot of it. Then you come over here, and then what you could say is, let's say, resting mean heart rate. Let me try that again. Resting HR is 172. Exercise heart rate is 180. Can't type very well today, and so on. So explain what you have, press done, go back, save the file, and there you have it. So again, it's relatively simple to do. At rest, exercise, and recovery, take a look at the graphs, compare them. Don't worry if yours tends to be high. It's going to also be high at exercise, and it'll come back down during rest. So don't worry about the beats per minute, especially if you're on electrical outlets and that sort of thing. So this is how you set it up. I hope that has helped you. Please see me, one of the TAs, if you need any kind of support. All right, thanks. We'll see you later. Bye.